First of all, I'd like to introduce Melinda Rackham. Melinda's a community representative and a member of the Public Arts Steering Committee to come and share some thoughts.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Yeah, great to be here. Yes, I've got a speech. I'll just read it. I won't try and ad-lib. Never works. It's been a transformative experience serving on the steering committee for this project over the last few years. What it's enabled me to do is to talk about the cycle of forced adoption and how that's repeated in my life. I was adopted soon after birth, and when I was 15, my son, my only child, was removed for adoption as well. And just this morning, when I was putting my jewellery on, I found the medals I came with when I was adopted in my jewellery box. And I thought, oh, I'm going to wear them today, to honour that, little baby getting sent off into the world, terrified little baby being sent off into the world alone. Whenever I've mentioned the artwork in conversation, it's created an instant connection with people. So many people, often total strangers, have shared intimate and traumatic stories with me. Their experiences, their own experiences, the experiences of their friends or family of being adopted or of losing children. Our rock, part of our beautiful space here, is split because adoption has a lifelong legacy. When a bond is prematurely broken, wholeness can't be restored. A family can't be glued back together. And reunions, if they do happen, are the start of new challenges for everyone. They're not always happy endings. But public acknowledgement opens a dialogue for compassion, growth and change. It's been a privilege to talk about being adopted without that secrecy or shame, without reliving that feeling that's really common to a lot of adoptees of being a bad seed, either not good enough to keep or of someone else's second-hand child. Uncovering those layers of adoption is a journey that's best taken with others. And I'm very grateful for the support, empathy, advocacy, creativity, courage, humour and audacity of my adoptee friends in the Identity Rights group. An enormous thanks to the artists, the funders, the council, my fellow committee members and to everyone involved with bringing this commemorative space and this commemorative place into existence. Most importantly today, I'd like to acknowledge those who've gone before. That's countless adoptees, mothers, fathers, activists, workers who toiled for decades challenging both attitudes and legislation to create a society where doing an artwork like this in a public space is possible. I pray that their efforts to expose and address past abuses means that those injustices will not be forgotten or repeated. Thank you.
Thank you, Melinda. I'd now like to introduce Liz Hein, also a community representative and member of the Public Arts Steering Committee.
I'm going to do exactly what Melinda did and read mine. It's much simpler. I want to say good morning to everyone here today. And I'd like to say today we celebrate the culmination of nearly 4 years from when the mothers from post-adoptive support services first wrote requesting funding from the state government for a memorial to recognise the trauma and loss that women suffered when their children were taken from them at birth, and in some cases were never to be found again. For this, I'd like to thank the South Australian Government, Arts SA for funding this project. I must also thank the Steering Committee and the members for the commitment over the last 2 years. Most of all, a huge thank you to Christine and Deb, who are hiding here somewhere, for this outstanding piece of artwork. We as mothers were shamed into silence for nearly all of our lives. But now with this memorial, our silence is finally at an end. Thank you.